What's up, yup? What up? What up? Let me know when y'all hop on. I don't really got a topic tonight. Thought I'd just go live for a bit, show you a little bit of front view. Got the soccer field here. It's a calm night. 61 degrees Fahrenheit in Paraguay. Yeah, that sounds right. Yeah, it's not super cold, but it might get a little more cold tonight. It's oh man, I gotta find a way to charge my phone here. I have to find the charger. Damn. I might as well go do that now. Then I'll come back out here.
There's certain politicians that like to bring that part into, well, those are people that are here illegally or they lose stuff and they're not going to go to them to report a crime. You know, I've been doing this almost 40 years now. Now, around that law enforcement.
Okay, I gotta remember where I put my charger.
We can get them a visa to stay in the United States. So we can address that assault, that rape, that robbery, that homicide, that domestic, whatever the case may be. So,
anyways, yeah, this is my place now, actually furnished. Oh, damn, I forgot I left this open. Yeah. But what are you guys up to tonight? Do anything fun tonight? I'm just staying in tonight. At least I think I am. So if you guys don't know, you also buy one of those for your girlfriends out here. I use it as a desk. But it's a tocador. It's a area where they can do their makeup. Anyways, I want a desk anyway, and I was like, I could probably grab one that doesn't look too feminine, so it can service both things. But yeah, Peditos got kind of night. Yeah.
Doesn't understand, we heard a few things about the border. They're not thinking about like the second, third, fourth order.
Yeah, I'm probably just staying in tonight or doing something chill. With a girl. I don't know. I don't even know yet. I should know, but I don't know. Oh man, my live is fucking up already. I forgot to charge my phone. I found my charger though. Yeah, this seems like a Pedidos Yeah kind of night. For those who don't know what that is, that's our ordering food online app here. Yeah, I forget that people don't know that stuff. I gotta teach people. Okay, I think we're getting the charger situation figured out. I think. Hopefully. I'll stop moving around so much. Yeah, this girl, she just invited herself over, man. She was like, "What we eating tonight?" I'm like, "Damn, I didn't even invite you." But who knows? I might. Anyways, I call her spoiled. Anyways, I don't spoil her. I do the exact opposite, but other motherfuckers have. As a parent, I'm like, damn, you spoiled as hell. But okay, I think we got a solution, pup. Do we? Do we have a solution? Hey, go be a guard dog. You got your spot? Okay, good boy. Yeah, good boy. Good boy. Okay, Pup's got his spot. Yeah, turn on the other light too. Yeah. Yeah, I'm just drinking mate. Legit Paraguayo. I wonder if the neighborhood kids are gonna come by. They'll say hi if they do. Yeah. So yeah, what you guys up to this Saturday night? I see 5 of you on. Where you guys from? I know crazy investors here in Asuncion. Damn. I spun out of control. Okay. I got this thing on the stick. Okay, hopefully it stays. Hopefully. Yeah. Stephen Gillespie, hello, hello. Yeah, I'm just chilling here. The neighborhood. The cows were out today eating the grass. Somebody has some cows around here, and then they just go eat the grass in the soccer field. But yeah, yeah, it's a really nice night though. I'm doing good. I'm doing good. Um, Paraguay won on Thursday, and so we're going to the World Cup. And not only that, but my cousin plays for the national team. My cousin Saul Salcedo. So I always dream for him to see him play in a World Cup, right? And I don't know if he's actually going to be on the field, right? But he's on the team, right? And I'll post about that later. That's exciting for Paraguay, but for me and my family too. So um, yeah. My cousin just turned 28, and he's a great player. He plays for Newell's Boys Club in Argentina, uh, but he's back here. Um, and Paraguay plays on Tuesday, I think. Paraguay plays Peru, and yeah, that should be a good time. Hey, stop eating grass. Hey, last time he ate too much grass and he threw up. I don't care if he eats a little bit, but he eats too much. And the grass here isn't the best grass to eat, anyways, for dogs. It's way better in the Midwest where I'm from. This grass is not the best, to say the least. But yeah, yeah. Tonight I'm just chilling though. Don't really got a plan. Yeah, shout out to Crazy Investor, always hopping on the lives. Yeah. And, how long you been here, Crazy Investor, in Paraguay? For a month or so, or longer? Stefan, are you here also in Paraguay? You've been here a month, okay? Nice, nice. So how's your time going so far? Nice and chill? Able to do all the stuff you want? Hit the restaurants and stuff? Just got my pedidos, yeah. What what what'd you order? And from where? I'm curious now. Stefan Gillespie is from Scotland. Oh, okay, okay. I think I remember seeing you on a live before. Chili Moo. Hola, ¿qué remedios medicinales le pones a tu mate? Ahora no tengo. No tengo remedios ahora. Pero normalmente boldo, manzanita o manzanilla y ¿qué más? Uh, what's the other one I always buy? Oh, cedrón también. Those are the remedies I put in my mate. Pero ahora no tengo, me falta comprar. Es lo que voy a hacer un poco más tarde. So I'm gonna buy more remedies when I go to hit the store later. Ah, Mostaza, okay. Mostaza's a burger place down here. Yeah, they usually have good deals too. I like bacon or it's bacon is a restaurant that has burgers too. Yeah, they got really good food. Um, sí, a veces sí, sí, uso anís también. Sí. Okay, crazy investor. Next week's weather should be better. Yeah, it ain't too bad, but yeah. And Stefan says I am September 10th going to Spain. Okay, nice, nice. Yeah. But yeah, if you guys drink mate, you should buy the remedies here because number one, you can't find them in the rest of the world. You can find normal mate, or yerba, I mean. Um, pero los remedios es difícil. Nunca vi en los Estados Unidos los remedios. Solo hierba normal se puede comprar en los Estados Unidos, en otros países. So yeah. Stefan, are we allowed to swear? Yeah, as long as you're not swearing at people, I don't care. But yeah, yeah, Spain sounds pretty cool. And what is summer for you guys in Spain, right? So, or in Spain in the northern part of the world. So that'd be probably pretty hot in Spain, actually. But I mean, who cares? It's better than the UK weather, right? And yeah, honestly, I don't mind that it's a little bit cold because it's gonna get hot, and when it gets hot, it doesn't stop getting hot for a long time. So uh, the only problem is when it gets cold, everybody gets sick, including myself. And so I was sick for a good solid like 3 to 4 weeks, and yeah, I was getting pretty worried because my cough just kept lasting, right? And it finally went away. But I talked to some other guy who, like, and he takes all the remedies and the pills and stuff. But he was saying the same thing, that no matter what he did, like, he just couldn't shake it. Um, and it comes back every night too. So yeah, unfortunately. And I think also too in Paraguay, I think there's the real extreme uh, changes in air pressure because I could feel it, man. I could feel like Like I hardly ever get pressure headaches, but like I got like pressure headaches here, you know. So like deep, like ones that really like they didn't hurt too much, but they were just annoying because you could tell, you know. Yeah. So I guess I'm still technically shaking the cough. No, not really though. But yeah. And I went a little bit too hard the last 2 nights. Well, for the soccer game, we I was at Rock 66, um, uh, hanging out with uh, my boss. He's from the UK, right? He's a good guy, and a local friend as well. And so yeah, we turned up pretty good for the soccer game, and yeah. And then I went downtown and filmed, and I went live a little bit, but I didn't film the best or anything. And just because I wanted to just experience it once, what it feels like downtown after we win a game. But I'm not gonna do it again because it's just a sea of people, and I got lost, and it took me like an hour for an Uber to even pick me up. So I was like, nah, I'm not doing this again. um, unless I go somewhere with somebody with the car. So, anyways, yeah, the whole country went crazy. The whole country went crazy. What's up, Aaron? The noticed that some of the best sunsets I ever saw in Paraguay. You could see the moon while the sun sets at the same time. Yeah, yeah, it's crazy, man. I don't know why it is that way. Like this part of the globe, or I don't know, but we have some of the most insane sunsets like that I've ever seen too. And we have some pretty good ones actually in Wisconsin where I'm from, but it's pretty insane here. Like um actually we have a full moon tonight actually. Here, let me see if I can show you guys. Hold up. Yeah, we got a full moon tonight. Yeah, my barrio is super chill. And before I moved here, I was told conflicting things, right? Like oh, it's not the best area, and then other people say, oh, it's really nice now, and like, yo, I live right in front of a soccer field, right? Like, dude, it's really cool, man. And and yeah, there's like cows that come out in the middle of the day and stuff, and my dog is always just having a fun time. He's just always doing some nonsense stuff. All right, he's being an idiot and eating his toy. I'm not gonna stop him though. But anyways, yeah, what's up, Aaron? What's up, Pacific Coast Northern? Got my residence here in Paraguay. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Have you celebrated? Have you celebrated that yet? Daniel Wolf Fox. Hola, yo soy de Paraguay también. Qué bueno, qué bueno. Sí, yo nací acá en Paraguay. Soy paraguayo de sangre. And sí, me mudé acá a Paraguay hace 14 meses. Sí, entonces he estado acá por poco más de un año. Pacific Coast Northern. No, I just got an apartment. um. Oh, okay. Oops. Didn't mean to do that. Uh, how long did you get your apartment? Did you sign a lease for like a year or something? That's a big move if you did. So congratulations. I'm guessing because you didn't say Airbnb. Ok, Daniel Fox, yo nací luego en Paraguay, pero sé inglés. Ah, qué bueno. ¿Estudiaste o viajaste? O los dos. Pacific Coast Northern. Yes. Oh, nice, dude. Nice. Yeah, that's great. Uh, yeah, it's a good feeling to find a place and get settled. Um, for sure. Frantiz, what's up? What's up, Frantiz? It's been a while. Yeah. Pacific Coast Northern. I'm here. Lived in Airbnb for 3 years. Wow. Okay. Not my first apartment in 3 years. Okay. Okay. Good. Good. Yeah, you guys can save a lot of money when you sign a lease instead of going through Airbnb. No, no estudiaste inglés. Okay. Oh, decís que no, que sí estudiaste inglés. No entiendo bien. Um, yeah. uh, yeah. What's up, Aaron? Are you still on, Aaron? You want to hop on? You want to hop on the live? If you are. Pacific Coast Northern, down the street from Mercado Cuatro. Okay, nice. Nice. That would be super cool. That would be really convenient for a lot of things to live right there. Yeah. Um, Aaron, yeah, your pad looks super nice, bro. I also like the duplexes in in front of a soccer field. Yeah, this technically isn't a duplex. This is a, what do they call it? A chalet house. This is a house. Yeah. Um, it adds more life and activity from where you stay. Oh, you're saying then yeah, that than my duplex. Yeah, 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 for sure. Yeah, where I was at before, I didn't have any views, or I didn't even have an open gate like this to see out. Yeah, but now, yeah, I can see everything. Yeah, the moon is really bright. I know you guys can't see it that well, but the moon is really bright. Yeah, okay. Yeah, Aaron, if you want to hop on for a little bit, we can get you on. Hold up. Okay, I think Aaron's gonna hop on. Daniel, the moon looks like one of those streetlights. Yeah, dude, it's super bright right now. Super full. Daniel Fox. I don't know what that means. I don't even know what language that is. Yeah. Man, why is my cough coming back, dude? Sucks. What's up, Aaron?
Yo, what's up, Ryan?
Yeah. Just chilling. Chilling
Chilling.
with it.
I saw that you hopped on your live just earlier, and that's when I started commenting on. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, what
I
you up
wasn't.
to?
Just got back. Just went to the gym. I went to the gym a little bit later today. Um, I'm just driving back home. Probably just maybe I might have plans later on in the evening. If not, just might spend some time at home. I think I'll have some family over later on today. So, but no, just been doing well. Just had a long week with work and stuff. Um, yeah, been good so far. The weather's been kind of cooling down a little bit, but it's still hot where I'm at. Um, I know where you're out in Paraguay. It's still kind of cold, a little bit, right?
Yeah, it's like 60 degrees right now. It ain't bad though.
That's
Uh,
crazy though. That's crazy because right now we're still at 100, like, or in
yeah,
Celsius it's probably like 40. We're still at 40s, but we've had like rainfall and storm. We had a storm recently, like last week. Took down some power lines and all that, and then now it's just mostly it's just clouds, you know, uh, clear skies and whatnot. So yeah, yeah. So I think your audio cut off.
oops, my bad.
Yeah,
Yeah, I was just saying that. Yeah, yeah, I don't mind the cold. I mean, you get sick sometimes, but it'll be hot here again shortly. So yeah,
by end of September.
yeah,
Oh,
yeah,
yeah, here the same thing. I mean, the weather starts by by the next month, by October. So
yeah, yeah. And I got my my niece's graduation coming up in what, November, something like that.
oh
Yeah.
wow,
Then yeah. Ugh, and all the kids will be adults. It's crazy.
crazy feeling.
Yeah. I mean, she already is. She already turned 18, but they'll be
Yeah.
out of school and all that. Yeah. Yeah, they were over
Uh,
here. We kicked it the other day. My sister, my niece came over. Uh, my sister wants me to buy this house. I don't know if I.
how are you feeling about the house though? Since you because you've been in the house now for what the last month, almost 2 months.
I like the house. I don't know if I'm gonna buy it though. Uh, but I like the neighborhood though. So we'll see. We'll see.
Yeah, yeah. I
I'll give it a
maybe
couple. I'll probably give it a year or two before I really decide, because that's when you can see what really is like. If anything goes wrong or whatever. But overall, I like it though.
yeah.
Yeah, and like I
And
just like that there's no houses in front of me either besides a soccer field.
yeah,
So like, uh, and plus here I get a really good breeze in through all the windows. Like my duplex, I didn't get a breeze at all hardly,
mm,
so it's less hot. Uh, yeah, which is good for the energy bill. But
yeah,
overall, though, yeah, I like it here though. Like I almost can't believe that it was the same price as my duplex. I mean even cheaper, you and more space and like you know, uh, my dog fucking loves it here. So
yeah.
yeah,
I think from your tour, the tour of your place that you had filmed, I feel like it's kind of more suited for you since you have Che with
yeah,
so because it's like urban, but it's also kind of like also like you have some grass. It's like in front of of a soccer field, so there's like more. kind of have more nature. If that makes sense.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. Like I'm like in the
I,
middle of the city, but I feel like I'm not sometimes.
yeah, well,
It,
it's kind of like a slice. It's like a slice of privacy in a way.
yeah.
I would imagine.
Yeah. Yeah. And I don't know. I like the neighborhood kids know me and stuff. And they're trying to holler at my name too the other day.
They're trying to holler at you.
Yeah, bro, they was like young as hell. They're like 10, 13 years old. I'm like, man, y'all crazy, man. But yeah, it was funny. Like they were like wrestling and stuff, like trying to score soccer goals and impress her and stuff. I was like, man, y'all crazy as hell, man. She 18. What y'all doing, man? It was funny as hell. But
But
I'm for real though. Like on a serious note, I was like, dude, like this is so different from the U.S. You know, like kids are barely outside. Like you know, let alone like interacting hardly. You know, and
yeah,
yeah, and then because you know my boss in the UK was here, you know, and he's a good dude, a good friend, and like you know, I had straight up asked him, I was like, what like time period does this make you feel of? He's like, yeah, this takes me like back to the '80s in the UK.
yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. And it's funny. It's funny because I do find myself at times like here where I'm at in the states where it's so common where you don't see kids play outside unless
yeah,
they're really like you know. I mean, unless it's like a little like youth team or you know where there's a game, right? But I mean the kind of thing where it's like parents pay for it and whatnot.
yeah,
Uh, but you don't see like a pickup game like what you would see here, like especially in my hometown, like 20 years ago, even more than that, 30, 40 years ago.
yeah,
It's just not. It's not even. It's not even the thought because you know
yeah,
safety or just even I think just culturally too. Another thing too is where I live, well, in California, like I don't live by the coast or by cool.
yeah, yeah. Nah, man, like people actually like talk to you, like you know, because my last name on paper. I guess you guys don't know that. I guess I'll tell you guys. So like Aranda is my last name here, right? Paraguay, but it's not actually my government last name, right? So my government last name is super Eastern European, like you know. So they always ask me if I'm Russian. I'm like, nah, I'm not Russian. But my dad, you know, he's Polish because you know my last name on paper on my
Yeah,
ID is Polish, and so like they always ask me at the store like, oh damn, are you Russian? I'm like, hell no, but I'm you know Polish all the way, you know. I mean, not by blood, but you know.
yeah.
And it's funny though, like people,
Different.
there you just always find yourself like engaging in conversation here, and it is you know
Yeah,
it's pretty cool. I mean, you know that when you came here, it's like just like the most random spots where people actually have like genuine curiosity, you know?
yeah. And it's so funny because I'm pretty sure you know this, right? But like they say there's studies that they say like 90% of all communication is simply by body language, and even as far as like somebody's aura, right, or somebody's energy, like you can tell like when they're not from there. So
Ah, yeah,
I remember my dad and I, obviously my dad and I, no, I mean we kind of understood, um, or we started to kind of learn how the way things operate in Paraguay, kind of similar to being Mexican or being Hispanic, saying buenas tardes, buenos dias, or those things. But they can sense that like we weren't from there, but it was always such an awesome icebreaker,
Yeah.
and it was with anybody, young people, like older people, you know, um, and it's so like I'll even say this too, like I even noticed, and I probably never shared this before, but I remember like I think my last day or second last day, like where my dad and I we were staying in Equihua, which is by the like close to it's like many blocks from the shopping mall, Paseo La Galeria. And I remember I went to a acai shop, and there was a group of like students. I could
Oh
tell
yeah.
that they were like they were. It was during the week, so they were like going to school, and there were maybe it was probably like 5 or 6 of them, boys and girls. And I just like I overheard their conversation, and they had the most mature conversation. Like they were literally talking about hydroelectricity, like something they had learned in school, right? Like
Yeah.
something that they were like curious about. And I was only there for like maybe 10 minutes or so, but that kind of stuck with me because when I came back now, I literally and these are kids. They probably had phones, right? Like where I was at in Paraguay, but I come back here and you have kids around that same age, and they're sometimes being rude or they're just being loud in a public place. And a lot of times they're just talking about stuff that's like not even relevant. Stuff about like social media or just things that are just kind of not something not like what I heard there at that time at that acai shop. So like I guess what I mean is like I think people they're just more in tune with uh, with what goes on in their communities,
Yeah.
and when they know like somebody is a visitor or a guest, that curiosity sparks, and then you see it, and then when they know that you see it, it makes them feel a certain way. So um,
Yeah.
yeah, but
Oh man, I've noticed that too. That like that we may have fancier looking schools or whatever in the state, this and that or whatever. But you know what the state doesn't have like en masse is like respect for teachers and respect for learning, like you do in Latin America. And so
yeah,
like you know um they might not have as much, but when they go to school, they latch on to stuff and like
yeah,
important stuff. And then plus too, like even when I dated like younger girls, like 20, 20 and 22 years old, they were fucking smart, dude. Like we had like conversations that most 20-year-olds, even in the states, are talking that deep about politics, the state of projection for your countries, where you're
yeah,
from. Girl in particular was from Venezuela, so we were like comparing Venezuela to Paraguay to the U.S. and like getting deep into uh, like politics and all that. And I was just like, damn, this girl's
yeah,
impressive, you know. But Paraguayan girls too, you know. I was actually out just last night with a girl. I mean, she's my age, right? But I don't know. I was I'm always pretty pleasantly surprised. Well, when you go out and date, and I know that there's a lot of guys who take out the bimbo Barbies, right? And they
yeah,
can't get past that first layer. And I know I've been through that too, but if you can, they're you know they're usually pretty intelligent, and
yeah,
it's pleasant to actually like talk about important things, you know.
yeah,
Yeah, yeah,
yeah.
and
No,
all these
that's
girls
uh,
too. They're always thinking about like money and business and all that stuff, um, to some degree as well. So they all have a mindset for it,
yeah,
which like most Americans don't. Even if it's something micro, you know. But I don't know. I think
very
it's impressive.
true. Yeah, no, I think what you said is very valid, like very because um, I feel like those conversations I experience a lot. in Paraguay. Um, Surprisingly, and that really like showed me like how that really did show me how the Paraguayan mindset is. You know, they're in tune with their history and you know obviously culture and their society and the politics and society of their neighbors or their neighboring countries. Um, Whereas here it's like it's pretty much did you hear about what happened with Taylor Swift? Did you hear about what happened with so and so? And like and it's like they're the most influential people in the world, but like there's like more important stuff. So um, but yeah, it's kind of it's a little it's I don't know how to put it into words. It's like it's just people are more how do I say it? It's just I think it has to do a lot with social media and just kind of brainwashing a little bit. You know, we're just kind of programmed to not acknowledge the realities of what's around us as far as in the states, and that's why people are so kind of skewed, whether it's to one direction or the other, or whatever it is that they believe in. You know,
No, it's so true,
because
man.
the world's always gonna have it's always gonna have problems. You know that's a fact. The world's always gonna have problems. The only difference is that how are you gonna find how are you gonna find the solution, or how are you gonna discuss it with people whether they agree with you or disagree with you. And I think
Hmm.
that's what the West now has lost. You know,
So
as far as what my eyes see, you know.
yeah, and where I see it the most in Westerners, well, at least Americans, I guess, is when I begin to talk about retirement, and then I have to remind people that it's going to cost you millions of dollars to retire, and that immediately turns people off, right? Immediately,
Yeah,
right? And so, like, if you're not going to have millions of dollars and you're not going to move abroad and put yourself in a different economy, then you better be fostering relationships. You know what I mean? Or like, if
yeah,
you're a woman, be with a man and fucking stay with him. You know what I mean? Uh, and Latin America and Paraguayans understand that, so that's why like Paraguayans don't have that conversation. They're like, "Bro, fuck out of here! Are you kidding me? Like, most of us are never gonna just have millions of dollars. Like, it's at least somewhat attainable for us, even though it might be extremely hard, uh,
yeah,
to get there. But they focus on other things like, okay, well, I may not have millions of dollars, but am I gonna need that? Because I'm gonna have a solid family, or like or I have a good relationship with my niece and nephew, or I got three kids or whatever. But we're all have a strong family bond. So in like in your later years, that comes back to bless you, right? But we're all broken as fuck up in America. And then so since we're all broken families, and not all of us, right? Like but so
yeah.
many of us, right,
Right.
and especially white America, right? Um, and so like that's why everything either comes back to numbers normally, right? But people that turns people off. Like they don't want to accept reality. So I'm like, okay, well, there's a couple solutions here. Like I said, you can at least hopefully combine resources by uh, you know, being with somebody, getting married or something.
Yeah,
Or move abroad. But I don't know, man. People don't want to hear it. People don't like to accept reality. So like you said, they'll go to, okay, well, who's playing who in the Super Bowl? Oh, did you hear what Drake just did? Uh, oh, did you hear about the Justin Bieber impersonator? It's like, yeah, bro, like cool, keep it moving though. It's
yeah,
like fuck,
yeah.
bro. Like,
And I find myself in those conversations. You know, I won't say who, right? But you know, family, friends, or just in general, right? And I partake, but I don't really like give any you know, strong pushback unless lately I feel like it. especially with what I
Yeah.
see. Like you could like the current state or the current state of what's always been right now in the U.S. and the economy, the dollar, healthcare, jobs, foreign relations, like, but the the biggest and whoever's seeing this, right, whoever that knows me, the biggest thing right now in people's minds is like who the Dodgers are gonna play, or the football season starting. I'm like, bro, you realize like all this stuff people is running on credit, like and the most humbling, sincerely, the most humbling thing that I fortunately have come across, having traveled to, not just Paraguay, but other places, is that we don't have, the U.S. doesn't have the same established system in the last several decades of having credit and having the ease of just material stuff, right? And if, like how you said, in Paraguay, it's so essential that you have those close relationships, family, currency. The family is the currency,
Yeah.
not money, right? And I think that's something that I think the U.S. or the West in general had, several decades ago. And I think, people just got greedy. That's just the harsh truth. People got greedy. All of us got greedy to some extent,
Yeah.
some more than others.
Yeah.
Um, and that's what you're seeing right now. That's what you're seeing. Like how you said, you hear of broken families, or you know, uh, you know, partners living with family members, partners living with their parents. Like it's real. It's a real, and
Yeah.
we're in we're in the we're considered one of the richest countries in the world.
Well, also too, it's like in America, people are willing to compromise relationships for things like money, moving ahead in life, uh, moving ahead, right? But that's something that other countries just aren't willing to do. Like like for example, like say you're a parent and you're super hardcore on the whole like pull yourself up by the bootstraps. Okay, well you're kind of shooting yourself in the foot because your kid may not want to hardly talk to you after 18. If you just like dug into them just hardcore as fuck and then treated them like shit. That's just one case, but like also uh you know, um and I don't know, like we were always, especially us millennials, pushed to college too, and so
Yeah,
with that means you have to, number one, graduate, but then actually do something with it. And if it's not lining up, then you feel like you're trying to chase something, but then when you're trying to chase something, you could have moved to two different cities. You could have uh, lost all your friends, hardly stayed in contact with your family. Um,
yeah,
you know, maybe you could have stayed in your hometown, fostered a better relationship with your parents, etc. So it's on all sides, right? But you know, like there's some people, or they're like here, people aren't willing to do that. People are just like, nah, if it doesn't align with like my family being good and me staying close to family and me looking out for family, then I ain't gonna do it. um,
yeah,
there's some exceptions and stuff, but that's pretty much how it goes. But
yeah.
Americans, we're kind of like money first, relationship second. you know,
And then health third. You
yeah,
know,
yeah,
health, money, and money. Then relationships comes first, and then health. You know.
yeah. Okay, I don't know how to say
Yeah.
your name, my friend, from Iceland, but hello. I'll try my best. Hormalzuz Orspiel.
Horse. You know.
Yeah, that's a hell of a name.
Good luck with me trying to pronounce that.
Yeah, yeah,
But
yeah, man.
yeah,
And yeah, I don't know, man. Like, there's still a balance to life here. I think that like there is no balance to life in America hardly. Um, I think like your family, like your first generation, like you're
Yeah.
you'd be like the closest to still embody that. But I'm telling you, like I'm from Wisconsin, man. A lot of these people are anywhere from third to eighth generation European or whatever, and they don't even think about that anymore. So it's like some of these families
Yeah.
are broken, or like I don't know, man. I see there, yeah, there's family strife here in Paraguay, but I've seen some really ugly shit in the states too. That like
Yeah.
uh, people get really greedy, man. I mean, people do it here too, right?
Yeah.
But like me personally, I'm never gonna throw family under the bus for a little bit of money or a land credit or some bullshit like that. Like
Yeah.
come on, man.
Yeah. And yeah, it's never a good thing, you know. Um,
Yeah,
yeah, it's crazy. Um,
yeah.
yeah.
But I mean, what you gonna do though?
Yeah, you gotta um, you gotta be open to other people's, you know, solutions or other people's ways of living. At least by open being that listen or hear out how other people are, thriving and stuff. That could be a career change. That could be, in some cases, right? Maybe not entirely, but in some cases, like you move to a smaller state, right, or different state, or you set up, you get a residency elsewhere, for that future. Um, and yeah, I mean, I don't know if you saw what I sent you, um, of that house. I don't know if you got a chance to see it. Maybe it was I sent you a photo of a house that's on sale on my block.
Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay, yeah.
Yeah, actually, I think the neighbor might be there, but I'll just kind of watch, not walk.
It's 500. Right?
It's it's a trip, man, because this neighborhood. For anybody else watching, I won't tell you where my house is, but but basically, this neighborhood was built, developed in the early '90s, right? Um, and the school site is pretty much over there. I'm like a block away from the school, right? So these homes, these lots were built. They weren't. And they're kind of close to the south. They're selling this house for $575,000.
Yeah, yeah. That's wild.
It's a two-story. It's got a pool in the back, but yeah, it's $575,000. I don't know if that's negotiable or non-negotiable. Maybe that's the set price, but that is what it's listed on, Zillow and on real estate websites now. $575,000. And guys, I don't even live in San Diego. I don't live in San Francisco. I don't live in LA. I don't even live in, Palm Springs.
Other than the
I
goddamn
live
bed.
in yeah, so,
Apparently,
you know, times have changed. Uh
he lives on Tatooine.
here, what was that?
You live on Tatooine, where Luke Skywalker's from.
We're Luke Skywalker's, man. We're the last one standing, you know. Um but it just makes you think, like, okay, like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna what? Are you gonna completely downsize your life? Are you gonna have to, like, what you're seeing online, right? And I'm pretty sure if you guys watch and stuff, which in my opinion, don't do it. I've never done it. I'll never do that crap. But like people that live in cars, or they do the van life like permanently, like, you
Oh
know,
no.
don't. either if you're able to, if now or even heck 5 years from now, you can live in a cheaper part of your own country, or if you get like how Ryan has always pushed, like you get a residency overseas, and you can live with a fraction of a cost, and have just as nice of a home, or nice of a lifestyle,
Yeah, yeah, man, and like uh, everybody, not everybody, but most people give up before they even start. So it's like, oh, there's too many steps. Oh, fuck that, man. I'm not even gonna, man. I'm not gonna start, dude. You know what? Let's just go to a Dodgers game and get drunk again, or let's go to a Packers game. You
um the next play, right? The next Broadway play. But
Yeah,
there's, you know, people are just not, they're not, and I'll just say it, like, I think people are just, they've lost touch of reality to some extent.
yeah,
Um, that's the truth, because I hear those conversations and hear, what's being said about that. And it's like, you realize that, like, you're not going to be able to retire in the direction that you're going and in the direction that our country's going. So
man. I
are
don't
you
think
gonna
people.
really
I,
go
I
ahead?
I really don't think people care about retirement. Like, I don't think that is even a thought. I think that it'll be a thought when people are like 50 years old, for at least for so many people in our generation.
Yeah,
Because I'm over here like, okay, well, I know that I may never become a millionaire, which you literally have to be. And these are not my numbers, man. These are the numbers that come out on all the fucking time, dude. Like, what
yeah,
is it? Like 2.3 million, something like that, or
yeah,
some crazy shit. And I'm like, oh man, I don't think so, bro.
yeah,
So I'm like, you know what? Let's try to get overseas, man. And then that
yeah.
number goes down drastically.
And even if it's not permanent, even if it's not full time,
Yeah,
you know, you give it a shot and then you realize, oh wow, like this is what I was able to do with this cost, you know, this
yeah,
amount, you know.
yeah, 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 yeah. Well, for unfortunately for a lot of us too, it takes something pretty drastic to happen, and a lot of times that is like something like a breakup or something like that. Before, like, wow, I got all this time back now. What do I really want to do with my life? Is that
Yeah,
then you no longer have to consider anybody else's like opinions for like whatever, like how you're gonna move forward, where you're gonna live and shit. So you just
yeah,
become free as fuck again. So
yeah,
like that was always my thing. Here, let me switch. But but yeah, some guys, and yeah, I know that you know this too, but like a lot of the guys that I know in the U.S., man, they're just with the wrong fucking people.
yeah,
Not only are they with the wrong fucking people, but they don't even look good. Like, goddamn, man. Like, shit, like,
yeah.
You know what I mean? Damn.
Yeah, like I'm all like that. That says that's already that's enough. That says a lot. Just a response.
I'm like, damn, bro, you're going through hell for a girl who looks like
Yeah.
that, bro. Come on, bro. If you're gonna go through hell, at least look worth it. Shit. You know, I'm over here like, oh, dude. Nah, but seriously, dude, like they revolve their whole lives around these people, and I don't know, man. I'm just like really, like, is this really your end game? Like, come on, man. Like, and
Yeah.
I just ask myself, like, Jesus Christ, you guys, like, wake up. Like, when's it gonna? What age do you want to be? Like, we're already mid-30s, man. Us millennials, shit.
Yeah.
Like, I'm 34. I just turned. Like, that's not a. I'm not a little young and 18-year-old running around anymore. Like, fuck, dude.
Yeah. Yeah.
Uh,
No, time flies. Time
yeah,
flies. I mean, even myself. I mean, in a matter of a few years, I'm gonna be into my 30s.
yeah,
And you know, my 20s have been, you know, they've been they've been pretty. I could say confidently, I feel like I've lived quite well in terms of experiences in my 20s. Um, are there some things that I probably could have done different? Yeah, for sure. Maybe if I would have, you know, pursued a different, school, if I would have done the military, which I always kind of think back on, things happen for a reason, right? But like the military, different school, right? If I would have taken a different job, um, but I think a lot of the experiences I've had have led me to kind of grow and to realize what I don't want anymore. You know, my thing nowadays is that less is more. I don't need to have as many people around me as I once thought I did in
yeah,
my early years, like in college and even afterwards. I feel like I have more peace with myself because I know who I like. I know what it is I want, and I know what I like, and I also know what I don't want to be around.
yeah,
Um, and but that takes mistakes. That takes obviously experience, right? And the only difference is that I didn't I fortunately I didn't get into my situation where I got ran in with the law. Because I've heard other people's stories, and maybe I could have been one of those people. Sincerely, right? Like run into the law or other thing, right? Become a parent, that sort of thing. Um, but where I'm at now, I feel more secure of myself. More, you know, I feel more on. No, I feel like I know who I am, and I'm not scared of being me. I think I think it's especially in a society like the U.S. where you gotta be somebody, you gotta pretend to be somebody, right? And that probably goes for other places too, but especially here, it's like you gotta be somebody, you gotta be a certain kind of person or personality, right? And I feel that I'm more comfortable in my own skin, and that's what matters most to me, more than anything. That I am confident of who I am, what I'm gonna do, whether that's my career, whether that's my life decisions, or where I travel. Um, and yeah, yeah, yeah.
yeah.
So
No, and I mean, I completely agree, and maybe it's a little ironic because I'm creating this space or whatever. But I just like, I guess at this point in my life too, and I think you'll agree too, is that like I'm pretty much all surrounded by like-minded people. Like, like
yeah,
you, like, and everybody else, and that's really cool, man. Because like you don't really realize it, and believe me, I love my homies back home, but the more I get older, I'm like, we're actually not too like-minded, right? Like when it comes to solutions, when it comes to like, damn, like I don't know, I clown around about that stuff, but I'm like,
yeah,
dude, like your life partner really is a fucking big decision, dude. Like, yeah, I know you guys met what like same when I met my ex too, but dude, you guys are just wrong for each other. You know what I mean? I'm
yeah,
just like, if you don't take a chance now, man, like I talk to a lot of older guys too, who are like, and some of them are pretty successful at restarting down here, even in their like 50s and stuff, or 40s and
Yeah.
50s. But that's not exactly ideal. Like you want to try to do that at like my age or your age or even younger, to
Mhm.
try to get on the right path,
Yeah.
Um, yeah, man, in our society, man, like I brought up in the one of the other videos, like, we grew up in a feminized society and nobody tells us what, or, they set us up kind of for failure and stuff from the beginning. But, like most guys and older guys, they were just, happy wife, happy life, and they just lived the wrong way for far too many years. Yeah, even myself too, right? I completely lost
Yeah.
myself when I was in that relationship, and just like agreeing with her, even though I didn't agree with her, just to avoid arguments. But then you just like lose a part of your soul every single time that you just like give in on some shit, even though you don't believe it, or So I you see like a lot of guys that are like hollowed out versions of themselves, right?
Mhm.
And yeah, and it is sad, man, because again, ideally, you wanna try to tackle this as young as you can, so you can get on a good projection again.
Yeah.
Hopefully, you're not in whatever years you're in trying to start over. So
Mhm. Yeah. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Um, yeah, and that being quite a sensitive topic and stuff, I think marriage and relationships, that's a huge thing, right? That's a huge endeavor to even take on. But you know, um I mean, maybe I'm right, or maybe I'm probably wrong, but for every 10, you know, I guess marriages, like there's really only gonna be like two or three, really, if lucky enough for them to like really flourish and like work out,
yeah,
right? Because we all know what pretty much what is the case, right? Most marriages fail in the states, and there's numbers to back that up. I can't. I'm not gonna go off. I haven't read lately the latest stats or anything, but um, that's a real silent. You know, that's like the what do they call? That's like the white elephant in the room type of topic right now. Um, with marriage and stuff, and that ties in with the economy.
yeah,
That ties in with prosperity of a country or of a society. And yeah, I mean, yeah, yeah, it's. I think the next we're I mean, heck, we're already at the end of what 2025. Doesn't seem too long ago that it was like
that's
2023, 2022, right? But just imagine the next 5 years, 3 5 years. I'm gonna say 3 to 5, like the direction of the way things are gonna be and stuff like that. And my my ultimate advice to anybody, and I think you would probably concur with it, Ryan, is you adapt or you die. I don't mean literally die, but like you gotta adapt to it some way or shape or form, or you will like drown. You know, you won't be
yeah,
able to swim. And yeah, man. I mean, it's and I think I'll point out, all this year, I think the month that I was in Paraguay, that was one of the most. I look back on it every now and then. It's been 6 months since I was out there, and I kind of reflect on then and then where I'm at now and my day to day and stuff. And I kind of think, and I look back, I'm like, man, like I'm pretty sure my blood pressure was low. I'm pretty sure, like, you know, um, you know, um, the pace of things I enjoyed a lot as far as like day to day stuff. Um, yeah, I just yeah, yeah. It's just a whole lot of things. I think that it showed me what really matters. The simple things.
Yeah.
Um, and you know, coming back now, and I got um, obviously I have my family, my loved ones, and everybody, and but the time and time again, I just think like I hear and I listen and I observe, and it's like, yeah, people are just kind of caught up into things that don't really matter at the end of the day, like they really don't, and I think that's kind of where we're lost. I think the scary thing is that know most people don't even know that, you know.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
yeah,
You're right, man. They don't. But
yeah.
they will, because time is not. It's not on their side.
Time is not on our side, or not on their
So
side.
yeah, I mean, what you really mean by time is like, well, number one, your own aging, but inflation, AI coming for many things.
Yeah,
Uh, you know, I mean, more people are moving around the world, so residency processes are only going to get harder and more expensive. So it's like
they're gonna
time.
start to get tighter.
Yeah, time is against you for a lot of different things. That's why I'm like, yeah, man, this is not. You don't have the boomer privilege of like, okay, now I'm 50. Let's figure out a residency now.
Yeah,
That's a
no,
privilege that they have now because that's what the age that they are right now. But in another
yeah,
20 years, I don't know, man. I don't think so. I think countries are all going to get stricter with this stuff.
yeah,
It could take one stupid incident like Vitali. It could take, or what's going on in Kenya right now with
yeah,
men fucking up. And literally could be something that stupid that the laws are starting to change. Countries are starting to hate on the U.S. even more. I mean, there's already
yeah.
stuff coming out about like people don't even like American tourists, and I mean, I already been known that. You know what I mean? But
Oh yeah,
America is like fucking up too on the world stage. So, America's number one for like, oh no, we're gonna make that shit harder on you. You want to give us visas and you want to make that shit hard for us? Okay,
mhm,
cool. Well, we're gonna do it right back, and we're gonna do it fucking harder for you. So it's
yeah,
like if you're American, like you need to be fucking on this stuff, especially if you're our age. Like, um, you're not too tied down or whatever. Like, yeah, if you're retirement age and you got more money, yeah, certainly get on it too. But like, if
yeah,
you're any younger, man, you need to be fucking on this stuff for every fucking reason I just said.
yeah,
Yeah, I mean, inflation alone. I mean, price alone, accessibility alone. So it'll. Oh no, I'm not talking about Paraguay. I'm talking Paraguay's the exception. When no, I'm talking about like you know what's going on in Europe, like
yeah,
America acting a fool and stuff. No, Paraguay's the exception here. Most Paraguayans love Americans.
yeah,
uh,
yeah,
yeah, and well, I guess like Colombia and Mexico too would be like the other Latin American places where not everybody's going to be thrilled that you're American.
yeah.
Um,
And that's true. I would say that's true. In parts of Mexico, especially like tourist hotspots, Mexico City, to include that. Yeah, I mean, you've already seen protests and stuff, of course. So
Yeah, I know
definitely
I'm making
Americans
Paraguay,
and
but I actually wasn't talking about Paraguay when I said that. Like literally, like
yeah,
everywhere, almost everywhere else, it feels like, especially Europe, they're really sick of American tourists.
I saw his response.
Oh yeah,
uh,
when I was in the UK, first thing the Brits brought up with politics, then got upset when I give my answer. That's what I'm saying.
yeah, that
Yeah,
sounds pretty true.
yeah.
Yeah.
Um,
No, 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 no offense at all to anybody from the UK whoever's watching. No offense, but I wouldn't go to the UK myself right now. Like, I
no,
just feel like, man, I've met some people from the UK. I've met them when not really here in the States, but in Mexico. I met them before. Like great people, energetic and definitely like to socialize and all that. Um, but yeah, what's going on right now in the UK is like it's scary, I think, and a lot of things too, politics, crime, prices, the laws, enforcement of laws, like for speech. That's
Yeah,
really scary. That's
yeah,
very scary, to be honest.
yeah. No, I talk, my good friend from the UK, quite a bit now, especially as he's in Paraguay,
Yeah,
and he brings up everything, especially the lack of free speech. Um,
yeah,
that's I mean that's to a ridiculous level.
yeah,
Bro, I would have been in prison by now, like
yeah,
myself.
yeah,
I would have said something. Uh, yeah. Only thing I don't like in the U.S. right now is that we keep losing, and the World Cup is coming up. You mean soccer? I don't. I don't even pay attention to U.S.
I think he
soccer.
means losing like on the world stage.
Oh,
And then
okay.
and then the fact that we're hosting the World Cup, which is crazy to be honest, because the U.S.
Oh,
is not a like we're the U.S. is obsessed about American football, but like soccer, yeah, they have MLS, the major soccer leagues. Uh, um, and it's crazy because for the World Cup, right? Because I know as far as like the three countries, Canada, U.S. and Mexico, the U.S. is gonna host like 12, I think, 12, 13 like stadiums, if I'm right or wrong, like close to a dozen, like a lot of stadiums. Canada's only hosting two stadiums and Mexico three.
okay.
So yeah, the U.S. better get its act together with in general because they're gonna get a lot of guests and you know we obviously have to or you know the U.S. can be acting up. Well, it already is in general, so it doesn't really matter.
Uh huh. Just lost South Korea. Okay, no, we're winning on the world stage. Okay. Also, I believe Paraguay
Mm.
is being targeted for future semiconductor fabrication. Um. Okay,
Mm.
I didn't know that. I guess
I didn't know that either.
that's a good thing, right? I'm guessing.
I I guess for trade,
Yeah,
that's my
yeah.
guess.
I can see Asuncion being a hub for tech. I mean, it sort of is, and for some things.
Yeah,
Uh, but yeah, even more so. Yeah, I don't know, man. But the U.S. is tripping. Yeah, and no matter how you feel about red or blue or Trump or whatever, man, it's like you just got to recognize the reality that like even though a lot of people may support Trump, a lot of the world doesn't, and it's even like Canada, man. Like I did not
yeah,
really understand to what level Canadians were really pissed about the whole like 51st state thing, but they were pissed, man, and like damn near swung
yeah,
an election, because of it. So
yeah,
that's why like you just got to be careful, like if you are super mega or whatever, just like maybe don't bring that up. um, you know, maybe it's not the best idea, but
yeah. And to be honest, I mean, Ryan, you know this just like I do. Like, especially in Latin America, like you don't really talk politics in general, unless it comes up and you know if it's
oh
something that's applicable to people. But you know,
yeah. Well, Bo brought this up about Romania, and that's what a lot of
hmm
Americans don't understand is like when there's something that goes wrong with a politician, like the whole country comes together um and then goes against that one person or those people, right?
yeah,
And that's what the U.S. doesn't understand. It's like no, but he's on my team, so I'm gonna keep supporting him. It's like no, he's a piece of shit.
yeah,
you So it's like that's what
yeah,
that goes down in Paraguay. Like if there's some corruption or some crazy shit that a politician did that everybody's gonna hate, they're just gonna hate him. They're not gonna worry about, oh wait, who did I vote for in the last election? Oh, was it him or his
hmm
party? But nah, dude, they don't fucking care. It's like if somebody's
they'll,
bad, they're
they'll
bad.
they'll call it for what they see it
Yeah, and I
basically.
mean, it doesn't
Yeah.
even have to be like person to person. It could be like a policy. Is this good for
hmm
us or is it not? And then like
Yeah.
like swear to God, like 90+% will be like, yeah, that's gonna be bad for us. or
hmm
or that'll be good for us, like a major
Yeah.
bridge, you know.
Yeah.
Um, so I don't know. There's just more general consensus about like what's good and bad, but the U.S. is so I'm this team or that team, or I'm all Trump no matter what, you
Yeah.
know, or I'm all. I guess it doesn't really apply to the other side too much. But
Yeah.
it's just kind of ridiculous, man. And I don't know. And people always depend on election results to just change everything. And I'm like, dude, we're getting so fucked. I mean,
That that
we're
that is
getting
the
old. Like, what the fuck are you want to wait around for?
yeah. I was sorry. I was gonna like yell at the at my phone. I'm like, that's the biggest BS. Like, you know, every think about it. Every 4 years, right. You're voting, and especially, I mean, I can speak for here in the states. You vote for one party, and then the next year you vote for the other. You don't see things going. You don't see the cost of things going down. You don't see prices going down. You don't see certain cities going down in crime, right? You might see them going up in crime. You continue to see homelessness. You continue to see jobs like pull away, and also like companies come out of the US. So the thing is, like, who does it really matter who is in office at the end of the day? I mean, to some degree it does, but those problems are still persistent, you know? It would have to take a full 180 for a certain, politician, certain leader of some sort to like go in and really make drastic changes.
Yeah,
But we haven't. I feel like we haven't really had that in what decades, to be
yeah,
honest. So
yeah. And no matter how people feel about it, like the whole Bernie Sanders thing, how I felt about it, I was like, damn, that's when I felt the most betrayed. And it wasn't by Republicans, it was by Democrats. They didn't let
yeah,
him, or they didn't have a fair shot for him, right?
yeah,
And the media too, they fucked him over too. They're calling him all kinds of shit, right? That he wasn't. But I was like, dude, that I was still young enough where, say he got elected and did some of the things that could have really benefited my life. And right now, we should be benefiting by things like national health care, things like that, right?
yeah,
But nope, that didn't fucking happen. That was damn near a decade ago at this point.
yeah,
So it's like, okay, let's say you're the biggest leftist ever, which I'm not on either side anymore, but let's just say you are.
yeah. Same here to declare that too. I'm not in either side anymore.
Yeah. So, say you want AOC, just for example, to be president.
Mhm.
Okay, that's another 3.5 years. And how long does it take to implement anything? Even if she does everything and Congress is all blue and whatever, and then you're just all happy and everything like that. Okay, that's another 5.5 years. What age am I? 34. Okay, so by the time I'm 40, some good things will be implemented, maybe.
Mhm.
you know, it's like, bro, like that's what I'm saying. Like, really, you guys really want to just wait around for politicians to do the right thing, whatever side you're on, it doesn't matter, right?
Yeah.
It's just like the waiting around, like, oh, but yeah, but we're gonna vote this person out and everything's gonna be glorious. Like, no, it's not, dude. The dollar's still gonna be fucked. Inflation's still gonna be high. Like,
Mhm.
your retirement's still gonna cost millions of dollars. Like, what? I mean, no, nobody's coming, man. Nobody's coming to
Nobody's
save.
coming to save you. No. Not somebody you vote for. And here's another thing to for those that probably don't know, especially those, and even those who are not even from the U.S. or even those who are from the U.S. And this is doesn't matter either side of politics. It's not even politics anymore. The U.S. gold standard was ripped off in 1971. 1971. That is all I can say. 1971. At the time, Nixon, right, and both parties, you can say, the government, they took the dollar off the gold standard. And that's why you've seen decades of prices going up, not because things are only more expensive, because the dollar's lost its value. And then on top of that, the last year, right, the last 5 years, I'll even say that includes both presidents, the one now and the one before, national debt's like through the roof, 37 trillion in
Yeah.
the U.S. I think something like in 2020, I think we were at like before COVID hit, I think we were at like 20. I think we were like 20 trillion, 20, 21, 22 trillion. So our debt has gone up. So that means that we're taking out credit to pay on interest on debt that we haven't paid yet.
Yeah.
And so you know, and that's gonna take many generations. That's gonna take long after me and Ryan, after our kids and grandkids to see if things ever change. If you know, if our in this case the U.S. right, if the U.S. ever gets better. Um, but I think those days are kind of far and long ahead. So,
Yeah.
but I try not to look at that as a negative. I look at it as a positive, and that there's other places that are, up and coming,
Mm.
that they're thriving, that are doing things, in a different way, different systems, right? Maybe some we like, some we don't like, but there may be a benefit, or there may be things that attract you, to to those countries. By the way, there's a car. They're checking out that house I was showing you earlier. Everybody's coming and seeing that house. Literally the last 2 days.
500.
So
I have $600,000 to live in the desert.
yep. No, yeah, and no, very true. Yeah. With closing costs, all that, six
I
hundred
keep
K.
insulting. I keep insulting where you're from. My bad.
No, no, bro. Don't even trip, bro. Even people from here that I know of, we insult ourselves. People
No,
insult
dude. Honestly,
themselves.
I wouldn't even be talking about that if things were like anywhere fair pricing, because I remember
Yeah,
like 10 years ago, everybody wanted to move down to the Southwest because it was the last affordable place that was like
yeah,
decent. Like
yeah.
I remember that trend. Like everybody's, oh yeah, let's go to Texas or Arizona or whatever.
Arizona.
Yeah. But nope, not anymore. Everything is just through the roof. So like
Yeah,
and, and then we've talked off camera about like your astronomical electric and water bills and stuff too. So like it's not just that; it's just everything else too.
100%. That the electric and utilities, and
Yeah.
then depends on where you're situated. If you have to get, insurance, whether that's for fire, earthquakes, and all that. Um,
Oh yeah.
the latest thing was this year in California, about five from where I'm at, about 5 hours away, the Palisades fire. Literally one of the most disgusting things that has happened, and saddest things, because the fact that you know that fire took place, and the state governor, right, Governor Newsom, that not gonna go too crazy on that, but he was already talking about building a smart city.
Oh yeah.
What about the people that lost their homes? What about the people that and if you're from California, like, obviously listen what I'm gonna tell you, but that is so horrible. That's like, and it goes for many other states, I guess, or parts of the U.S. But the fact that there was billions, I don't even know the number. I'm pretty sure billions, millions, billions of dollars of damage from those fires, and a lot of working class families that lost their homes. The governor's already talking about building a smart city. Why not taking that money from the state, or supposed money that we have, and try to help those families?
Yeah.
Yeah, there you go, Elo. Now those properties are being developed for housing, for a smart city, and
Yeah.
it's a slap in the face. It's like, you know, um, and maybe
Yeah.
it's too huge of a comparison, but there's certain countries where right now that they're doing what they can to like build houses for their people, whether that's in Latin America, or you know, I guess certain countries, right, that build homes, that they will go as far as building homes for those that need it. And whereas here in the Palisades, right? That fire that destroyed practically the whole city. Those people are left with nothing, and the insurance is not gonna. They're not even gonna fight for you because of the laws that California has. You know.
Yeah.
Um. Yeah. It's. Yeah. I shouldn't get upset, but it's things like that where I'm like, yeah, like
No, man. Well,
you know,
that's a perfect example where like, okay, you're a Democrat. Well, fuck Gavin Newsom. You know, like I would be
yeah,
pissed too. I wouldn't give a fuck what color or political party he's from. I'm like, bro,
yeah,
that was your response. What kind of lack of humanity was that? You stupid fuck. Like,
yeah.
fuck out. You
No,
like,
he's a snake. He's a
yeah,
snake, pure
and
snake.
yeah, and Alo says, yeah, backing up a little bit. City and state elections are more important than federal. Yeah, and no. I think federal goes. I think the biggest thing that federal does is the president gets to choose the justices in the Supreme Court, which is it's a huge thing that the president does.
Yeah,
Yeah. And a normal voter has both. Yeah, views on both sides. Absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
a halfway normal human being. Yeah. People vote for short-term goals rather than long-term. Yeah,
Very, very good point. Very good point. That's a good point too.
yeah. Ilo was evacuated out there in California. Yeah, that's fucked up. And properties. Yeah, going to housing.
Wait, Elo, or if you ask Elo, are you from the states? You from California? Maybe he'll respond.
With base
Right.
uh, in Ghana with Bass. Is that a politician?
Oh, Bass, Mayor Bass. He's talking about Mayor Bass. So you did you know? Or I'm pretty sure. I'll explain, but oh my god. Oh, L.A. Damn, bro. LA is a man. Well, I mean, I've been through LA, so I can't be like shitting on LA. But yeah, man, yeah, mayor. So when he says Bass, that was Mayor Bass. She's the mayor of LA, of the city of
Oh,
LA. She was in Ryan. She was in the country of Ghana while all of this was happening.
oh,
Um, the
talking about.
whole fires and stuff. She was on there obviously for some business trip, but she didn't have no response with the media when she came back. They were asking her, "Why were you in Ghana? Why were you this? Like, why didn't you?" And I guess she came late, like back to the city after being out in Ghana. Um, yeah, and I don't know the details, but I know like it's like you're in Ghana and it's like your city's in fire, and you obviously have you're the mayor, right? You're supposed to be looking out for your city, you know. Um, yeah, I work in law enforcement too. Oh, okay. We were warned about 4 or 5 days prior. She still went. Yeah, that's true. She still
It's
went. Like she's
like pulling a Ted Cruz, man. Going to where the fuck did he go?
same.
Going
Yeah,
to Cancun
same
while his
thing. And yeah, and he's a Republican in Texas, right?
yeah,
Same shit.
bash for the Ted Cruz. He said, "Fuck this! I'm going to Cancun. I'm
And
going to
bro,
Ghana. Like
and
I don't want
his
responsibility. Y'all voted for me? Hell no! I don't want to fuck
yeah,
out of
yeah.
here."
He's out in who knows where. He's out in Cancun in Mexico. It's like,
Yeah,
bro,
his whole fucking state doesn't have any
you
power.
guys are full of shit.
Remember when he left their little dog, bro, and everybody fucking like the dog looked sad as hell in the window. Oh my god, bro!
Like, where do
Everybody
you
was
take
pissed.
me?
Everybody was pissed, bro. Oh my
Oh my
god,
god.
dude, Ted Cruz is such a fucking clown, dude. Oh, I hate that dude. Such
They
a
all
slime.
are, man. They all are.
Yeah. Uh,
But that shows you, man. That shows you that either way, I mean, either way,
dude,
they're not
that's
looking out for you.
home insurance went up 20%. God damn, dude. Yeah, on top of
Yeah.
that, on top of being traumatized and shit, then they'll slap more money on you for no goddamn reason.
Yeah.
Yeah, 45.
Elo,
That's a lot of
Elo,
money.
did you go to Paraguay, or have you gotten residency in Paraguay, or
I think
it
Alo
sounds
said
like,
he was from here. Uh, one thing I loved about Paraguay, how a lot of people love dogs and animals. Yeah, man, people really do down here. Uh, yeah, I remember even years ago, like there's some street dogs that have like Instagram pages and like social media and then stuff. Like some person will just make a social media page for some dog, but they're they're mostly all cared for in some capacity. Uh,
Yeah,
even the street dogs, right? Like they're like sort of owned or maybe something like that. Um, yeah, people really do though. Care for animals deeply here
yeah.
for sure. Um, I went in March for 3 weeks. Okay,
That
coming.
was the same time as me. Same
Okay,
time as
yeah,
me for 3 weeks. Yeah, March. It's crazy.
yeah, yeah.
Oh,
You hit me up in private message because I think I remember you saying that you're are you retired or in law enforcement? I actually had a couple of people say that they were retired from law enforcement. So I don't know if that was you or
yeah,
somebody else. Uh, uh, yeah, yeah, man. Yeah, I mean, um, believe it or not, actually, I kind of, you know, uh, uh, vibe with some of you guys who are like ex-military, ex-law enforcement and stuff because you guys have different take on a lot of things, right? Like I
yeah,
realize that like maybe when you're in it, there's a lot of like questionable things that but not me. I'm not saying like on an individual level, but just like maybe you realize you're part of some crazy institution doing a lot of wrong shit.
yeah,
But when you're out of it, like Luis Jose Global, right? Like he was a vet, So
yeah,
I don't know, man. Like it seems like a lot of those guys have pretty deep insights on stuff, and they're some of the most serious too. When it comes to this moving abroad thing too, and like
yeah.
and getting
I
out of,
agree.
getting out of your old environment kind of thing.
Hmm.
Um, yeah, because I mean, your old environment's like that's just gonna kill you and mentally, anyways.
Yeah,
So
it'll what's the word? It'll stall or it'll stunt your ability to grow as a person. You
yeah,
know, experience wise. But yeah,
okay, you did. Okay, yeah, Alo did hit me up. Okay, I remember you now. Ended
yeah,
up with some unexpected company. Okay, yeah, yeah. No, it's interesting to hear what some of you guys have done in the past. Because it's just so different. Like I'm just a friggin' boring white collar communications dude
Eh,
for like
man, you're not boring, bro. You know this.
no, no, I
You
mean
know
not
this.
anymore. But
You know this.
my life before, bro, I was like just a peg in the wheel in the states. Yeah, for real.
I like what Elo says. He said after Iraq, I think I grew an appreciation of a simple life, good people, etc. It doesn't hit soon. You kind of reflect as you grow older.
Yes.
Very very true. Um,
Yeah.
yeah,
I yeah yeah. I didn't know that you deployed. So much respect.
yeah,
I have a buddy who was in Afghanistan. He's a Marine, and he came back and he was just like super enlightened in a lot of ways. He was super well read. Like this dude, like he came back and he just got into every book imaginable, like super deep level stuff. And I was just like, damn, dude, like that really wasn't us in high school. But you know,
yeah,
but yeah, and then he's living great, actually a great life out in Chicago. He went to a private university and it got funded, or because of the GI Bill. And then
mhm,
yeah, now he's working downtown Chicago and he has his own house now and he's doing well. He's doing well,
yeah,
So but yeah, no, we've had deep conversations. And I think that he'll eventually actually visit me down here in Paraguay. I don't think this is
yeah,
the part of the world he wants to live in. Um he's mentioned like Morocco. Uh I think if you were to ever make a move overseas, it'd probably be somewhere over there. But I think he'd actually visit down here for sure.
yeah.
Yeah.
Man, that's cool. I had the opposite, being 20 years old with rage and that adrenaline. once you're back, you look for an outlet. Took a while to get help, then reflect. Yeah,
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 yeah. No, I can see that, man. I can see that. Well, too, like I think I don't know if it's true, but I think a lot of like I was saying, like military guys come back and like because they were actually part of something that they get really critical of the military itself and like what is America doing in these wars, you know?
yeah,
And because for us it's just like what we see on TV or whatever, or some news clip or YouTube or whatever, but for y'all it's
yeah,
real. And you know, and yeah, my friend came back like, just super critical of just like America's place in the world and all that stuff, and but shit, what the fuck was he supposed to do? He was a machine gunner, you know. He's told to take orders and do his thing. But
yeah.
yeah, that's the that's the only thing I missed in Paraguay. My group of friends, other Marines too, which I'm trying to convince with me to go to come out there. Yeah, yeah,
Yeah.
man. Yeah, dude. This is a good place like to start over, man. It's chill. It's respect society. I mean, you fucking sip on tea all day or whatever, have some beers and beautiful women, and it's just a slow pace of life, man. And then everybody wants to fucking know about your story anyway, so you're gonna meet people no matter what. It's like it's so hard to
Yeah.
be antisocial here, even if you're like really antisocial in general. Like society doesn't allow you to be like they're gonna engage with you in conversation, like even if it's
Yeah.
just at the market type of thing. Uh, like at the checkout or something. And it's funny, man, because like even when I went to the pharmacy like a couple of times just to get random stuff, at the um okay, yeah, I'll address that in a second. But yeah, at the pharmacy, like there's a girl probably like around my age, maybe a little bit younger, and like an older lady or something. And I don't know, man. Like, but I don't know, man. She kind of had some flirty little vibes or something like that, like giggling and stuff. When I was like leaving and stuff because I speak Spanish, but like I'm certainly not like Paraguay native fluent, right? So like I think like oh he's a foreigner or whatever whatever, and then I might say something a different way than like people say it here, and like that's like kind of funny to them. It's like oh okay yeah. So you can have a lot of that kind of like extra smiles coming from women, like a little bit like flirty, like oh okay he's not from here, and it's interesting, and so yeah. Um. What? Yeah. When you talked about the dude dissing Paraguayan women, I was wondering what the fuck he was talking about. I had the exact opposite experience. Yeah, man. Yeah, I went hard on that dude because he took it to a disrespectful level, man. I had to.
That dude's got a receding hairline anyway, so
No, he had that transplant thing.
or a transplant, my bad. My bad.
People were
Still,
clowning him,
still.
dude. I didn't even bring that up. Somebody just brought that up in the comments. I was like, damn, y'all crazier than I am. I just But my thumbnail game, bro. Like, don't fuck with me on
Oh my
thumbnail.
god. What is it? What from what movie was that? Or
He was the
what
abominable
was
snowman from Monsters Inc. Bro, the same little
I thought
beady
that
ass eyes and shit. The big old
yeah.
awkward ass beard.
It,
Little like
it was
smushy face kind of look.
practically identical.
Like yeah, the whole smushing face kind of look. Like bro, like come on, bro. Like like, and bro, I really try not to comment on motherfuckers' experiences, but I mean, you
Yeah.
asked, so you know what I mean.
That was priceless. That thumbnail.
And dude, I
It's just
can't
like the same
that
face.
comment.
Just
And then my posting on Instagram and then YouTube, bro. Douchebag on the loose.
I was laughing hard, dude.
Bro, I know. No, there's
For
other
like the
people.
day for like
Bro, you cooked his ass. I was like, man, I had to, bro. He's a clown. Then I kept fucking finding stuff out that like, no, he's like a true clown, bro. Like other influencers know him and stuff, and
yeah.
he's just goofball, dude. Like and then he has such a fucking uh like guru. Like everybody's like, he's
Yeah.
supposedly a dating coach. Like pretend or like think about paying him for dating advice. I'm like, bro, come on, man. Stop it. You know.
Yeah.
Uh, yeah. Yeah. I'm an introvert. Had to be an extrovert. LMAO. Yep. Crazy investor. Paraguayan women in general are introverted, in my experience. Yeah. Ye- Maybe at the beginning. Maybe at the beginning when you're like meeting them. It depends though. It depends what setting you're into. The right, Aaron. I don't know. That's kind of a hard one.
They're yeah. I mean, they're well. I mean, I guess just meeting them, they're like or breaking conversation. It's uh they're approachable and and all this stuff. I think more importantly, they're just not. I guess, and I don't mean this in the bad way. It's like they're easy to talk to, like for the most part, in the sense that like you don't really you don't really have to like you don't need these like crazy what is it pickup lines or anything like that like you know or even simply like even if you're just striking conversation with them it's very based on obviously you know you gotta look and smell good and have your own standards, I guess, like as far as for yourself. But um very pleasant as far as like even just interacting and asking for their name or asking like where they're from or just telling them, hey, I'm like visiting, and that's pretty much more than the basics. And then from there, just kind of go based on how on what you think or what you feel. So
Yeah. Yeah. No, I agree. Yeah, and yeah, I haven't been back in the states in a while, so like I can't even fathom going back to the states and like even just engaging in any conversation with an American woman. I'm just like,
yeah.
it would be so just unpleasant, man.
Yeah, especially like big cities, yeah, for sure. Um, or big metropolitans, or even when you're out in those big cities, like you know. And I mean, social media also shows probably the worst of it, but it's kind of like sad to see that too. When you see like those guys that go out to like they go out to like the downtown in like Tennessee or like Texas or certain places and the women are obviously they're making not all of them, but some of them they make a fool out of themselves, like twerking or
And
just
then
being.
they cheat on their boyfriends or whatever.
Yeah, that's like that is the scariest thing, like to see that because you're like, damn, bro, like this girl saying that she's got a man, but she's out here like doing the most, and you
Hmm.
know, it's sad. Like I don't know, it's I don't even know I don't know if to say it's depressing or it's degrading. Like it's just like well,
So
what's up with people, you know?
here we'll do a little poll actually. Okay, actually before that, let's get to comments. Another passport bro, modern life dating, MLD is in Paraguay. I don't know who that is, but I'll check them out. Um, Future passport,
Mm,
her Paraguayan wife was just in San Lorenzo. Okay, that's where I live, man. I've
mm,
dated a lot of San Lorenzanas. Is that how we say it? San Lorenzana, I think.
Honest.
uh, hey, Lo, keep her there in the future. Trust me. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Don't bring them anywhere. Don't bring them to degenerate America. um. Oh yeah. So what was I gonna say? Oh yeah. So first date. True or not true, those who have dated here in Paraguay, they're gonna be all up on you. Like, I mean, like when you're walking away from the restaurant, you do the whole arm out, and they'll be like hanging on your arm. Uh, you know, you get a kiss, but like also hug, also greeting properly and all that. But like
Hmm.
because in their eyes, when they date you, like they already chose you. Like they already like they want to be there with you, right? But in America, you could have a date and barely even have a hug goodbye. I mean, that was never honestly my experience, but I've seen that with way too many guys in America, right? Like
Hmm.
it was just like a casual meetup thing. But like here, like girls are like choosing you. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And you're not going to have that awkwardness afterwards. And it's probably going to continue, right? So, like last night, I took a
Yeah.
girl out. We went to eat, then we went to the food park for a drink, and we came back here, sang some karaoke, and but like shit, she had a great time, and so like the night continues here. So
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys agree with that, but like yeah, Paraguayans are like gonna be like on you, like damn near like it's gonna feel like she's already like your girlfriend slash you're already her boyfriend, even though it's not the case.
Hmm. Yeah.
That's probably Latino. Well, maybe not anywhere, but yeah,
Yeah. Well, yeah,
yeah,
just more. It's not like in it's not like in the states where it's like mixed signals sometimes, not all the time, but mixed signals. And even then, like, and I'll be honest, like, I'll be straight up, like, in the states, like, even that kind of greeting of like, you know, the two kiss on the cheek, that's not common. And that could even be with somebody that you're just like another lady, another female that
yeah,
like you're meeting, but even if it's not more than that, like that's just how they greet each other. And then obviously if it's more than that, like if you go on a date, then like you said, they're choosing right off the bat. So
yeah, yeah. A little,
yeah.
yep, yeah. That's how it feels. Yeah, it's true, man, and it's nice. And I remember a few years back, right after actually I broke up. Me and my dad came here like to Paraguay, and I'm not gonna lie, man. I took a 19-year-old out, right, and like immediately when we met me, when she met, right, she was right up the whole arm thing, right, like immediately like on my arm. We walked down to where we were gonna go, hang out and get some drinks and stuff. But like it's like immediately, it's immediate feminine respect off the bat. That's what I'm trying to say. You know
Mhm.
what I mean? uh, and so like I met her through family, right? Like my cousin, like, oh, my girl's got a sister, and I was like, damn, she's kind of young, but fuck it, she wants me. And she was pleasant again, dude. Like she was like, yeah, she had some kind of whatever, pretty young minded, but at the same time, like way more mature than your average 19-year-old girl here, or not here, but in the States. I mean,
Yeah.
so
Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, and well, actually, the whole red that makes me think of the red beer rants thing, right? Because I actually didn't know that he was here in Paraguay, because I literally found out through somebody told me he was. They saw him, so I hit him up, right? And I never talked to the guy before, and that was right after he got into heat because he did the whole like, oh, I'm dating teenagers kind of fucking weird shit. Um, and obviously I knew what the fuck he was trying to say. He was trying to say, okay, I'll date 18, 19, 20, whatever. It's like, okay, well, shit, so have I. And so I wanted to bring him on the channel to try to like, help him save his image a little bit. And I didn't have like many subscribers, but still, it could have like helped him, I think. But he didn't want anybody to know he was here. And then later, what, like 7 months later, he popped up with that video that like, oh, Asuncion fucking sucks and all this shit, and all the girls here are WHORES and faster or whatever. I'm like, bro, go fuck yourself. You know what I mean? So that's all that was
Yeah.
back. But yeah, man.
Yeah.
But I hate it, man, because some of these guys like they kind of they do have some of them like decent sized platforms, right? So when they talk about this shit, like it gets out there, and yeah, I can't have people
Yeah.
spreading that. That's why like I know some people are like, Brian, why are you engaging in this negativity? It's like, nah, man, because I got to correct this shit. It's like
Yeah.
I gotta let people know
And
what
then,
what.
first and foremost, he has no understanding of the culture,
And
flat
that
out. If
and that.
if he's going, if he's going, if he's gonna go as far as saying those things, yeah, he probably knows Spanish. Yeah, he could probably speak Portuguese, like when he's in Brazil. But like, one thing is speaking the language. Another thing is understanding, like how the culture is as far as how people are, like whether that's dating or relationships or people, like, and yeah, I think he probably had a what's the word? He probably had how do you say, like, he had something to pick on.
Yeah,
Um,
yeah. He had a fight. Yeah,
he
I know
had
what you're talking.
a you know
He had a
you know what I'm trying to
bone to
say.
pick.
He had a bone to pick on, basically, and I think he
Some
really
girl,
just
some
wanted
girl
to.
did him wrong. Some girl did him wrong, broke his heart. Then he starts insulting everybody. It was obvious. Like everybody could see that too. It was like, okay,
Yeah,
something very wrong for him, and instead of just being like a normal man about it, it's like
yeah,
that's like me going to Colombia or anywhere else, right? And it's like one girl does you wrong, and it's not even like and instead of like exploring the rest of the country or like seeing what else is up, maybe switching up the style or where you're at or what kind of girls you're talking to, is like no, just immediately insult, and then not only that, but insulting all the foreigners that are here too, because he did that as well.
yeah.
So
And
he
then and
insulted
then
all.
and then I'm sorry, I'm gonna say this, but like I can't remember verbatim how he was saying it, but basically he was using his color of skin or something as something like that he's superior or some bullshit. I'm like, bro, like, the hell does that have to do with anything? Like, just because you're red haired or like white skin or whatever, like, which, to be honest, that doesn't like, that really doesn't even matter at the end of the day. It's like your character is what shows.
Yeah,
It's what shows. And yeah,
yeah,
it,
and
I, it rubbed me, and I'm pretty sure it rubbed you the wrong way, 100% in general.
yeah. Well, if you remember, I was giving him the benefit of the doubt. I was reacting in real time. I hadn't seen that video. And like
Hmm.
it was okay, it was kind of questionable for the beginning, like 3 quarters of it. But then the last quarter where it got like really crazy, I was like, oh fuck this, dude. I'm like, man, like
Yeah,
no, like this, we're going to war now, dog. Like what the fuck you mean? I'm like,
yeah,
bro. Not only that, but I kept you the stupid little secret too that you weren't here from Paraguay. So I did my part until you announced it to the world, and I'm like, I guess I don't have to keep that a secret anymore.
yeah,
And then plus, like, I love even when he told me that, even when he was like, he literally told me, he was like, I'm trying to gatekeep Paraguay. And I'm thinking to myself, bro, you're not Paraguayan. You don't have any ties here. You haven't even really spent that a significant amount of time here. If anybody should be gatekeeping it, it should be me or like
hmm,
somebody in my position. I'm
yeah,
like, who the fuck are you, dog? Like, you're just a clown. But yeah, and remember what he kept saying in the video? All these and it was such projection, right? When he was like, all these foreigners, they're such dorks. They're such dorks. I'm like, nah, bro. Everybody knows you as the fucking dork, dog. Like,
yeah,
literally, just eyeball yourself and look at yourself in the goddamn mirror, dog. Who the fuck is a dork, bro? Like, who
yeah,
talks like that? Even like, dude, even the way you talk is cringe, bro. Like, you don't even know how to talk, man. And like, I
yeah,
could go all
yeah,
day.
hundred
I
percent.
could
And
go
then,
all day on this motherfucker, but I about to. But anyways,
yeah,
Halo says, one thing is, Aaron, you want to read that real quick?
yeah. So he said, yeah, he said 100% response to that guy. One thing is speaking a language, and another is being able to critically think. I think that was what I said earlier. And then he said, dude just seems like an empty vessel just existing. Sad. I
Yeah,
agree. Yeah. He's
yeah, man.
got he's got issues. That's for sure. He's got his own, he's got issues that he's gotta, and he probably doesn't even see that. And that's probably the sadder part. He's still gonna keep doing his thing and whatnot. So
Yeah. Well, and
yeah.
and I don't know if you guys pay attention to Jay Rello, what happened to him in Kenya, but I was like, bro, you're
Yeah.
like kind of like Jay Rello, like who gets themselves run out of countries? Seriously, I mean, like, how much of a clown do you have to be to get yourself run out of a country? Like, come on, man. Like that's so like you know like you just got to be such a loser, man. Like bro, like you don't have enough social skills to understand where you're starting to cross lines and say stuff and do stuff. Like, come on, man. Like get real. Like I've been here for 14 months, bro, and like I'm doing
Yeah.
perfectly fine, bro. um, hello. Had a group of girls invite me to Lomito at Carmelitas because I hadn't had it, and it was such a fun ass night. Yeah, man. Yeah. Nah, man. And that's another thing too. Our girls are like, "Oh, you haven't tried this? Okay, well we got to go out." Or like, "Oh, you haven't been to this town? Okay, well
Hmm.
I'll take you out there." Or like that's literally an
Yeah.
experience that Aaron had like several times. Or
Yeah.
like, "Oh,
Well, for the waterfalls, I remember for when we went to Eddie's event for the tacos, and they even offered the girls like, hey, like we'll like carpool, or like we can go for the day or something like that, which didn't happen. Uh, which that was okay, but you know that kind of showed like, hey, like we'll give a hand, like we'll take you, we'll show you around in a sense. So
yeah." Well, Paraguayans too kind of like feel responsible for you, like to like for your safety, but also to like show you a good time too. I don't know,
yeah,
and it's not the same in America, right? Like nobody's taking their time out of their day to show anybody around America. Well, maybe, but it's not
maybe,
like here. It's like normal for that to happen, and that's what every guy
yeah,
reports here. Like, oh yeah, I just befriended somebody, yeah, quite randomly, or the hotel owner, or something like that. The next thing you know, we're like best friends.
yeah,
They asked you about the U.S. and I was learning your culture and theirs. That's what I love about the people. Yeah, for sure, for
yeah,
sure. Yeah, I mean, and I think those random interactions like really help you too, just as a human being, with remembering because you can like isolate yourself in the U.S. very easily. And since like
yeah,
there's hardly anybody sparking up random conversations in the U.S., you kind of become more antisocial, and that means you're more awkward over the years, right?
yeah.
So like I found myself after
And if
being awkward again. I was like, dude, I was never really an awkward person. But then like
yeah,
after the pandemic and a stupid relationship and not really hanging out with people, and then money was tight, and so I wasn't going out too much, and I was like, damn, dude, I'm not really engaged in conversation anymore. I don't really even know how to act in public.
yeah,
um, but now here it's like, nah, man, you can talk to anybody really, you know.
yeah,
Um,
very true.
That's what that video annoyed me. I was like, "What the fuck is this nerd talking about?" Yeah, dude. He called everybody else dorks, bro. He was the biggest dork I've ever seen, bro. Like, come
He's
on, man.
he's the what is it? Abominable snowman.
Bro, the sad
Bro.
part that like that is like a spitting image of him too
Yeah.
from Monsters Inc.
I'm gonna look at it. I'm gonna look at it later on because it
But
looked funny.
what's sad though? That abominable snowman in that movie is actually a really nice person, I think. And like so like I felt
Oh,
bad for like insulting the cartoon. I was like, oh man, like he
they're like
looks like a goofball, but I was
that's
like,
gonna be
man.
he's gonna be a shitty person. It's like nah, he's the nicest.
I felt bad to
He's
the
the
cartoon.
nicest
He's not
snowman.
even a real person. I was like, damn man, I felt bad, dude, comparing her to the Red Beard Ranch and shit. I was like, man, I felt bad for something
Yeah.
that doesn't even exist, bro. I was like, what? Hell no. But
Uh,
yeah, no, he was totally out of place with that shit, man. And like, and the thing is too is like we're such a small country, and our and people go hard, just like you're saying, of like trying to have a good reputation. So like when somebody comes that out of left field and insults such a good hearted natured people, it's like it's kind of like uh, a version of what Vitaly did in the Philippines. Um, maybe not to that level of illegality, but still though, same thing, right? You're insulting the people, so yeah, you can go fuck yourself. But yeah, I think Aaron froze on us here, but yeah, I don't know. Aaron, you got any last things you want to talk about, or anybody in the chat you want us to address?
yeah. What was that, Ryan?
You got any last things you want to talk about here, or anybody in the chat? Any last topics you want us to talk about?
Um, man, I'll be honest. The last day or two, uh, I don't know. Hmm. I feel like I don't. I mean, I have. Well, lately, I feel like I have a lot. I've had a lot to say, but really not much. I mean, I feel like it's been the same thing, just with keeping an open mind and stuff like that. You know, get outside of your bubble. I think that's my last closing thing. Just get out of your. I'm doing that. I'm gonna be doing this a new career. In the coming weeks, I'm gonna be starting soon with the merchant marine. So I'm trying to psych myself mentally for that. Up with the ups and downs of it. Um, yeah, I mean, my advice is just take it one step at a time. Try to go out of your bubble, see the world a bit. Um, you know, and take our message. My message, Ryan's message. Um, because I think a lot of interesting things are gonna happen in the coming years, coming months, and the coming years for sure. There's already a lot of things that have happened, but I think more is to come, and you gotta be a man with a plan. Simple as that. You gotta be a man with a plan. So
Yeah, yeah.
yeah,
No, I agree. Yeah, and just like try your best to stick through it, even though a lot of this stuff takes a long time. But it's so worth it, man. Like even when I wake up in a house, I could have never fucking rented a house by myself in the states. Like, so I don't know. I'm thankful that I have this opportunity and stuff.
yeah,
Um, but yeah, no, I agree, and yeah, and quite a few people actually do watch these back, like 100, 200, sometimes even more than that, 300.
yeah,
So yeah, people will hear what you said for sure. And
yeah,
I guess last thing I wanted to say about that goofy shit about the whole like those dating coaches or whatever. There's one who's popping up. He has a smaller YouTube channel, so I wasn't gonna say his name, but I guess I will. And the only reason I'm gonna say his name is because I don't want him to go down this wrong path, like a Red Beard rant. But there's this dude named Kevin. What the fuck is his name? Kevin Mosley or something, Mosby or something like that.
mm,
But anyways, the only reason I'm bringing that up is because he's young enough he could change. But like he's doing the whole like slapping girls' asses on camera and shit. And I'm like, bro, it only takes to piss off one of their cousins, dog. And I'm telling you, we're very prideful people. And so just be careful about that shit. There's a reason why you've never seen me do that on camera ever.
yeah,
So like, just like some of these dudes need to calm down, bro. It might be cool for your little Instagram stupid fucking reel to go viral, but guess what? You know what's cooler? Keeping your life. You know what's cooler? Not being a mark. You know what's cooler? Keeping your
a
respect.
100%.
So like that's the only reason I otherwise I usually don't call these guys out by names, but he's really young. Like I can't even say he's more than early 20s. I don't fucking know, but just in case somebody cuts this and send them to it's just shit. I don't know, but you
Yeah,
know, just be careful, man, because uh, you start doing that shit. It literally takes only one to be pissed at you. Next thing you know, some
yeah,
some dude waiting outside for you from your high rise, right? And yeah, everything is sweet until it's not. And
yeah,
man, and just like, bro, obviously, like I made mistakes too, but like, but there's just some things that you should just know not to put on camera. You know what I
yeah,
mean? And like, come on, and like,
100%.
why Red Beard Rant's gotten in so much trouble too. Like, stop putting all this degenerate ass shit, on camera. Um, yeah, okay. A little last thing. How was the vibes for Paraguay when the World Cup qualifier? Oh man, Paraguay went crazy in a good way. People are stoked. And I got a cousin playing for the national team too, so yeah, I'm super stoked.
That's gonna
Okay,
be awesome, man.
you'll forget Paraguay is pro to a. I don't know what that means, but
Second Amendment, the right to bear arms.
oh,
Like,
yeah. Okay, yeah, yeah. It is, man.
yeah,
Yeah, Yeah, people aren't as armed as America, but people have their little thing at home, or here. Yeah, I think you can carry here. Yeah.
Hmm.
Yeah, just don't piss people off, man. It's really easy to just like be a halfway decent person. You know,
It's easier than slicing bread. It's like
dude, for real. And
if if you if you
that
look for
all
trouble, you're gonna find it.
yeah, and if you don't want to do all that crazy shit, just keep it off camera. It's not that hard. That's why Jay Rillo got in so much trouble in Kenya, bro. Like he's such an idiot. I actually want to do a full reaction to that.
Uh,
Oh my god, and those toy
yeah.
bags too. Oh Jesus Christ, dude. uh,
Yeah.
anyways,
I have no words to say, so yeah.
oh, I'm gonna bring. I am gonna do a reaction on some of these clowns, bro, because it's getting too much, man. It really
Yeah.
is. But and I don't care. I'll touch on it. I don't give a fuck. But
Mhm.
yeah, man. So, anyways, I'm gonna be out of here, man. And me and Aaron are out. I've been live for over 2 hours now, so I'll figure out a little bit of life. And I don't know if this girl's gonna come through or what. She's probably mad at me. I don't care. They're all mad at me at some point or other. And you know why they're always mad at me? It's because I fucking forget to text them and shit. Like, oops, my bad. That's my biggest problem here. But yeah. Hello, good chat, gents. Yeah, thanks,
Same
Sam.
here.
Yeah. It's always a good time just catching up with Aaron and just talking about whatever y'all want to talk about or whatever
Yeah.
we want to talk about. All right, y'all. See y'all later. Ryan Aranda, my best life out of Hawaii. Follow Aaron too. Let's get Aaron to 100 subscribers. The Hispanic expat. So make sure you go over there and let's get Aaron to at least 100, so he can start to take off from there. And yeah. Otherwise, till next time. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.
Peace.